But speaking of college football, Aztecs football right here on Xtra in 6 weeks. 6 weeks from this weekend. And Aztecs senior tight end Daniel Bellinger joining us right now on Xtra. Daniel, great to have you back with us here on Xtra in San Diego. How has this offseason compared, I'm curious, to what you went through last year with COVID, the protocols? I would imagine that this has been a lot more of a fluid situation than what you went through a year ago.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Of course, it's been a challenge last year. You know, we missed a lot of developmental aspects with our younger guys. You know, we didn't get a lot of reps. We didn't get the aspects that we really need for an offense, especially the new one that we were implementing. But this next spring ball that we had was really important for us. You know, a lot of guys progressed a lot. You know, we had a lot of younger guys step up. You know, Jalen Armstead, Jay Rudolph, Aaron Green. All these guys really stepped up, and we all implemented a lot of the new protocols. And then with COVID getting a little bit laid back more, it's been helpful this last spring.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking of the spring, how do you think it went overall?
I think it went great, honestly, because it was very important, of course, for not just us, the staff, but especially the younger guys. And honestly, I think it went really good. We all progressed very well. We all are excited for this fall camp.
Aztec senior tight end Daniel Bellinger joining us right now on Xtra from Vegas during Mountain West Media Days against San Diego State, New Mexico State to kick off the season on September 4th right here on Xtra, also in Carson, California. Speaking of spring, how did the quarterbacks look to you?
They look good. I mean, all three, they all came out and they all compete. You know, their competition is making us better. You know, it's making the defense better. You know, all three are doing really good. They're working very hard, and I'm not sure who's going to be the guy, but we trust all three of them, honestly.
You know, and concentrating on the upcoming season, you know, I shouldn't even say the upcoming season because understandably so, you guys are still waiting for this beautiful new Aztec Stadium coming in 2022. Have you gotten an opportunity to get down to the build site to see what's going to be the home of future Aztecs?
No, I haven't had the chance yet, but I see a bunch of pictures and videos all the time on social media, and it's honestly very exciting. You know, it's really cool, and they built the structure pretty fast. But no, I haven't gotten down there yet.
Well, it's going to be exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah,
for
we were
future,
just there.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable place. For you personally, I mean, what an interesting 4 years, because obviously you had Sdsu Stadium, you had the pandemic, you've played games now in Carson for each of the last 2 seasons. Like, how do you avoid the noise and separate all that and still put yourself in the best position to have success when you're on the field and just avoid all of that?
Yeah, it's been interesting, you know, first with Qualcomm and then, of course, Carson. You know, it's been very interesting, but honestly, it doesn't matter where we play. You know, football is going to be football, and as long as I'm locked into the game plan and I'm focused on who I'm going to go across, it doesn't really matter where we play.
Individually, last year, the past 3 seasons, getting a significant playing time with this team, what are the things you liked about what you did last year? What are the things that you want to improve on in this upcoming season?
Well, I was trying to get some more production last year. You know, I was getting open more, you know, finding my rhythm with routes and figuring out how to feel a defense a little bit better. This year, I added some weight, got some more strength, and honestly, I just want to focus on the smaller things, you know, just footwork and some more technicalities for blocking. And last year I improved, but this year with spring ball and a good winter and a good summer, I think just the smaller things are going to help me this year.
Aztec senior tight end Daniel Bellinger joining us from Vegas from Mountain West Media Days. Daniel, what role do older players play in your development when you're a younger player? I'm thinking about tight ends like Kahali Waring, a Parker Houston. I'm not sure if you overlapped with the David Wells or not, but what role do those players have in your progress as a football player?
Oh, tremendous roles. I mean, leaders like that, and of course leaders now like Taylor Hawkins, Trent Thompson. All these guys are huge leaders for us, you know, and it's very important because when you come in as a younger guy, you don't really know the ropes, you don't really understand the system that well. So the older guys, they really step in and they show you how to do things and how to go about things. And you know, Aztec mentality and the Aztec culture is different than anywhere else. So it's on the older guys to really just show them how it is.
As far as maybe from the unindoctrinated or the people who haven't been following the offseason as closely, what players offensively should Aztecs fans be most excited about? Maybe some of the younger guys who might step up into roles this year, or players who have, you know, undergone further development as they get into the later years of their career as Aztec football players?
Yeah, I mean, of course you have Greg Bell, explosive back, and honestly, all our running backs, everybody should look out for them because we're so deep at running back. Greg Bell, Chance Bell, Kagan Williams, Jordan Bird, and then of course Jalen Armstead. He's a freshman. He had a great spring. He's going to definitely have some impact for us this year. And then at the receiving core, it's all seniors basically, but those guys are going to be a huge leader for us. And then we'll have Jay Rudolph step up, Aaron Green will step up, and then we'll have Tommy Marabella on the line, he's going to be a huge role for us, I think. And then of course, like Olama Uwade, he's improved a lot, and all these guys all together, we've just improved tremendously this last spring ball.
Daniel, do you take it as a slight when you're not on the preseason all-conference team, or even someone like Greg Bell, your teammate, who had that unbelievable year? He was maybe top 3 or 4 in the nation in rushing yards per game before he got hurt. He's not on the preseason all-conference team. Would that surprise you?
Honestly, we like that kind of stuff just because it puts the chip on our shoulder and it gives us this edge. And I like when they underestimate us because it just means when we go out there, like we'll have to prove them wrong.
Yeah, and not to take you down a darker path, but the Aztecs chosen in the preseason polling to finish 3rd in the West Division. Obviously, there were teams who finished ahead a season ago, but every year it's a completely different set of circumstances, and injuries got in the way of some of your success last year. Do you guys feel slighted at all team-wide as far as falling to 3rd in that polling for the first time in a decade, I believe?
I mean, last year was just tough altogether, and we like to say COVID was a challenge, but I mean everybody had that same challenge. It wasn't just us, so we can't use that as an excuse. And we didn't perform like we wanted to last year, and we're reminded of it every single day. Every single workout, and honestly, it's like I said, it's what we want. Like we want to be the underdogs. We want them to think that about us because when we go out there and we play on Saturdays, then they'll find out who we really are.
Daniel, I know you're out there with Taylor Hawkins right now in Vegas, and as you know, San Diego State's defense has not been just one of the top defenses in the West or the Mountain West, but one of the premier defenses in America the last handful of years. What are your expectations for the defense, and will they be where they've been these last couple of years, in your opinion?
Oh, yeah, I expect them to be just where they are or even better because our front seven, they're coming back. It's all veterans, and these guys, they're just every single day. We play them every single day in practice, and they're just so chippy, and that's what you need. And these guys, the stunts and the way they play too is just it makes us better as an offense, and they're definitely either going to be about the same or even better, in my opinion.
All right, so we got this 2021 season coming up very shortly. If you were going to characterize this team in a sentence or a few, how would you characterize this 2021 squad?
I would characterize us as mentally tough and explosive in 2 words. Just because when we come together, I mean, we could be something special. We see it every day when we work out. Like we have this energy and we have this motivation to just be way better than we were last year. It's exciting and it's fun. We're in the weight room, everybody's getting hyped up every lift, and it just brings energy to the program. And if I could just explain it in 2 words, it's really just mentally tough and explosive.
Daniel, we're pumped up. I mean, we're 6 weeks away. Enjoy the rest of your time in Vegas. Safe travels back. We're looking forward to the opener in early September. And best of luck on this upcoming season, and thank you for doing it.
Okay, I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.